Okay, for this week's challenge, it might be a little difficult for some of you, and I know this might be new to a lot of you guys that have been following along all year long, but I want you to rope off of your mule. I'm not telling you to go out and rope a steer or rope a cow or a calf or anything, but I'd like you to maybe try throwing rope off your mules and coiling it up a little bit, and I'll kind of show you. There's something I like to practice with my mules. Of course, I do rope off my mules, and so this little exercise I'm going to show you is actually something that I use in real life. But for you guys, it'll be just a nice little training exercise and something different. So even if you're into hunter jumping, or you trail ride and you never have any plans to rope in your life, just having your mules to where you could rope off of them and they'd be fine with it would be valuable to you. And then the way I'm going to present this to you is a handy little exercise in and of itself. So anyways, get you a rope, and of course a lot of you aren't going to be into roping, so it doesn't really matter. Just something that you could kind of swing and throw off them will be fine. It doesn't have to be expensive or anything special. Don't have to have no $100 Honda on it or anything, but anyways, you'll build you a loop, and first thing you maybe do is just get to where you could just swing it back and forth on your mule like this. And of course, all year long, we've been working on keeping these mules centered, so hopefully this wouldn't bother them. But maybe if it did a little bit, maybe they'd want to push in on your left leg here. You'd just move your left leg and block that accordingly. But you get to where you could swing like this, just tip it back and forth, and then pretty soon you could make you a little sidearm swing like this, and just get to where you just swing it real slow, things like this. And maybe you get to where you could just, you've already practiced this off the fence work. If you refer back to the fence work, I've already had you guys swinging your rope around your mules and throwing ropes off of your mules from the fence. So this, by now, if you guys been doing that fence work all year, then they should be pretty cool with this stuff. But and you don't even have to build a loop every time if you don't want to, but just get to where they'd be good with you guys coiling these ropes up any which angle. I want my mules to be good with these things. But anyways, you could fiddle around with that for a little bit, and then find you a bucket or a cone or a post or a chair, anything you could kind of aim at. And we're going to practice kind of just throwing some loops at a spot where you can aim at. Okay, like I said, even if you're not into roping, this is just something that's fun for you. So what I like to do is I'll just start by, I might just get my mule to where I could move them around and swing this rope. And so I'm kind of making a big left circle here. And you'll find some of your mules are pretty good with you swinging the rope while they're standing still, but you get moving like this, and a lot of times they'll be bothered by it. But anyways, you just do that first. I don't care if you do that for a half an hour. And then you get to where you walk past your bucket or the roping dummy like I have like this, and I'll just throw a little hill shot. And then I use my right leg and I roll the hinds away, and then I like to practice dallying a little bit, and then I'll just back up and let her see this rope out ahead of her like this, because I do use this mule when we brand or help day work and brand in the springtime. So this will be something that she'll really need to know. So you just practice walking by and throwing a little hill shot or something like that. Doesn't matter. You could even just line up and just practice roping the dummy or roping a bucket or whatever you'd like. But you just get to where you could swing that rope and it wouldn't bother the mule at all to do it, and they'd be totally cool with it. Even if you've never done this before, just play around with it, have some fun. Don't take it too serious, just something to kind of test your skills. Throw my heel shot, roll the hinds away, and then I'd back up. And this is also going to tell you, how handy your mule is with you just using one hand. This is going to test you because you can't have both hands on your reins. So anyways, that's your challenge for the week. Some of you might have to go out and find you a cheap little rope to throw. Some of you might have something laying around your barn, but do something like that with a rope. Any of you that do work cows, you know you're going to get these ropes places that they ought not belong, and any of you that pack are going to be around ropes a lot too. And for the rest of you, just do something different. Just go out of your comfort zone and stretch a little bit and see if you can't get something built up. So anyways, hope you guys are enjoying these challenges. It's been a fun year making these for you, and we only got a few more left this year, and so do your best. And anyways, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.